industry need to be adaptive to the new changes and the requirements that actually came to the maritime industry. This is a statement that actually given by Mr. Khamis Buamim, the CEO, Managing Director and Board Member of Gulf Navigation Holding Company. Today we're having him at Marathon News TV in order to elaborate to us more about his insight and his vision about how we can drive new change in the industry. Welcome, Mr. Khamis, to Marathon News TV. So the industry is witnessing a lot of changes, and you were recommending about all the companies and institutions, they have to be adaptive to the new changes in the current era. So to what extent, what would be your advice to the marine industry to be adaptive to the current changes?
I think there are strategic changes. There are also regional changes. As we look at the challenges of business, we see a lot of total transformation. We require new processes. We need to understand the regulation and adjust regulation to suit the future requirement. Many of the regulation is very much become limited. It has limitation. It limits the ability of growth. It does not support positively the future of how the industry should be run, especially in this environment, because this environment is a difficult time for the whole industry, be it in the oil and gas sector offshore, be it in the maritime or the marine, which is especially the transportation of specialized oil and gas product. And we feel we need to look ahead. Now, one of the most critical things is how can we restructure around the new change. The second part is build processes that support growth rather than limit growth. And third one, we need an insight into what to be from a working principle rather than hearsay. And this is important. And I think what we are seeing now is many companies, whether they are merging into each other, collaborating, or doing certain joint venture to ensure it's sustainable, growth-oriented, and also it takes them into the future of how the business is going to be run.
A broad vision to a new horizon. This is the new vision of Gulf Navigation. I would like you to tell the audience how would this affect the future of Gulf Navigation and its projects?
I think our broad vision is basically that we have a multiple of areas we're looking at. Number one, we are looking at growth and expansion in the main field of our operation. The second part is creating opportunities and maintaining cost cycle to ensure it is not over the market needs, and also to create the potentials of what to be in the market, because technology, know-how, innovation, culture-based change of our employees is critical. And the more you have knowledge within your organization of high caliber knowledge, the more you are able to face into the future and the potential of the future. So we're looking into a wider range of opportunities, and we are analyzing these in a way that it can be progressed and created or increased into the future.
Through its main and the strategic plans and the transformation that's actually led by you at Gulf Navigation, how would the company contribute to the growth of the UAE economy?
I think we are moving ahead with many of our projects, whether be it in the UAE or in the region. We are actually refocusing the market into what to be, and we are playing the important part of developing the strategy forward for the whole region, because the whole region is going into restructuring its business, especially the oil and gas. The refining capacity is increasing in the Gulf. We have a lot of opportunities that today I believe of utmost importance that we work closely with the public and the private sector, work together to ensure as the government develop privatization and potential, sharing of these companies coming into the market, especially whether in Saudi Arabia or in Abu Dhabi, it's going to be important that it has a service render that's capable, locally oriented, and regionally applicable. And I think we can serve that purpose.
So we can say that with your contribution and the collaboration with the other international entities, this will drive the UAE to be a maritime hub in the future?
Of course, the UAE is already a maritime hub. UAE has a lot of potentials, but we have to continue to develop our thinking, our logic thinking, and we need to move away from regulation that hinders the business or create non-value adding disturbance to the business, which I believe need to be cleared faster than ever. And it's important to note that the others is getting there by fluidity, making life is easy for business, creating minimizing legal constraint, and creating also legal framework that is acceptable to the market, acceptable to the investors, and this is how things develop. So I think we are on the right track.
Thank you, Mr. Khamis, for the interview.
Thank you very much.